Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's the same leg here representing Team JVS here, you guys. Another movie review from TIFF 2025. And whether you guys know it or not, this is the 50th anniversary of the Toronto International Film Festival. So, I'm going to talk to you about a Netflix film that is a Korean-based film, and that is The Good News. And yeah, I know that sounds like The Good News, but it is just called Good News. It surrounds a person or character named Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody is investigating a group or a faction that's called the Red, I don't want to spoil the movie, the Red Faction Society. And their whole exploit in the 1960s, roughly, is they're trying to make a point of making people understand that there's something wrong. The system is broken, and there's not going to be anything that's going to come back of it. So what they're going to do is they're going to exploit the more violent actions. And in doing those violent actions, they come across as terrorists. There's a character named Denji. He's the head lead of it, and a lot of people would say that they're extremists. And then you have another faction that are technically the Korean CIA that, you know, are trying to uncover what's going on. Unfortunately, something happens with the plane, and here you are, start of the film. One thing that I'll say is the character of Mr. Nobody, and again, the actor that's playing the role of Mr. Nobody, he is amazing. And I say the reason why he's so good is because he's the smartest person in the room. He always knows what's going on, but he comes across as dumb, nonsensical, that he doesn't care about anybody or anything. But really, and he says this in open dialogue, whenever you don't see me, I'm working, and I'm working on something else, and I'm working on an angle. And it's so true. There's another character named Byun. That character is a very abrasive and yet human character, because he's worked in the military. Like, he's trying to do the right thing, but he's also got a chip on his shoulder. He has something to prove. And when all of these three characters collide, it makes for a very humanistic dilemma of circumstance, where you have people that are at the top that make the decisions on what's right, what's wrong, and how to do it. And they also write and tell the narrative as well. Sorry, somebody was like beeping, not sure why. And when that actually is happening in real time, lives are at stake. And you see how careless people truly are about worrying about people's livelihoods. And this movie exploits that in such a powerful and smart, engaging way, because they make it comedic. And I mean natural comedy. Comedy that there was times that I just could not stop laughing. Like, there's open lines of dialogue where somebody was kind of like, oh, like, do you remember this reference? Or, hey, you know, this person is doing something very stupid over here. How and why are you letting them? And you're watching it play itself out, and it's so out there. It's so out there. But yet, I have a great time with this film. Like, as serious as the circumstance is, and it's blatantly intentional, where it's kind of like satire at times, and at the same time, like, it's very believable that this is a circumstance that could actually be happening, and at certain levels it is. In real time, in present, the director / writer knows what he's doing. And the other thing, I think that from a set design standpoint, and the different locations and where they are shooting things and where they're kind of placing you on a lane, a lot of it is on a plane, a lot of it is in other certain locations, and a lot of it is bringing other people into the fray, which is very hard. Like, when you are telling one story from one person's perspective or one central location, and at the same time simultaneously adding in more different characters, and this is not like, this is subbed, like, normally that could lose people's attention. This does not. It keeps going and going, and it goes in such a natural way that you're gonna really be engaged throughout. Actors are amazing. they truly are doing a really good job, and yet it's so engagingly fun and hilarious. So I would say this is definitely one of those films that you do not want to miss, and I may give this the A-. This is a really good film. You do not want to miss. We have a lot more coverage coming from that film and much more at 2025's TIFF. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace, people.